The board finally announced the plans for the new stadium. It's taken them about 2 years, but they finally come to me with the plans for it. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. The positive years. I mean, for now, we'll see. We are all over the place as it goes, but frankly, 10 points from our first 6 games is actually pretty solid. So if you're enjoying the series, of course, drop a like on it. That'd be lovely. Today, we go away to Leicester City, and we've got a good run of fixtures right now, or it would certainly appear that they're a good run of fixtures. You really don't know quite how it's going to pan out, but nevertheless, these are games that you'd expect us to be hopefully picking up points from. So it's these are the kind of games where we get really good data on how we're actually playing. Because we can maybe look at the United game and go, well, we actually only lost 1-0, and they've won all 3 games in the league at that point. You just can't really tell. It's nice to get some data under the belt. We've got a nice little run of fixtures right now, and we've got a 7-point gap to the relegation zone, which is really what's important right now. Getting 10 points on the board so early, very, very important. But a win away at Leicester today would make me feel very, very happy. Now, we have played a Carabao Cup game off camera. I'm just going to bundle that into the highlights of matches in between, because there's not really a lot to talk about, if I'm honest. But you can see that we played an extremely rotated lineup. That's what you will be able to tell. Still played quite well, though, and that's the key thing. So, switches around. I am tempted to make a big change today, and that is to put Ivanov through the middle, drop Kim for today, put Colombo out to the right-hand side here, and put into the middle, put O on the bench, and then put Kroken as the Metsala. So the one thing we're kind of missing right now, I mean, the other idea is potentially we'd put O in as the shallow striker, and we put Kang in as the Metsala slightly deeper. Maybe that's for the better option right now. I do want to see some more of O, but he has actually played okay this season, in fairness. I liked what Ivanov did when we pushed him through the middle against Arsenal, and I wonder if he gives us something slightly different. That comes deep to get the ball thing might actually help us a lot on counter-attacks if he's sitting slightly deeper and will come and collect that ball that other strikers maybe won't. That could be the key. Kim will, of course, go on the bench instead of probably Christensen for now. Actually, no, I'll put him there instead of Kroken. And I put actually, no, we kind of do need another player on the bench here, don't we? I might put... Yeah, Kroken on the bench instead of Lostak here. It's a very different looking Leicester City front line. Last year they had Paco Alcacer and Icardi, I think it was. Neither of them seem to be present, and they're going with Dwight McNeil through the middle and Diego Costa in goal. Not that one. This would be a good little test. Like, we looked good. We looked very good against Arsenal. We looked pretty good against Nottingham Forest in the Cup as well, with a massively rotated side, but they still seem to create a decent amount. It is away from home. We got a really good performance against Leicester last season away from home. Probably should have won the game. So hopefully today, you know, the win isn't actually that important. It's just more about seeing good performances out of the lads today. And I want to see how Ivanov does starting through the middle today. I feel sorry for Kim, to be fair. It's not like I'm going to be dropping him permanently or anything like that. I just wanted to see what Ivanov could do through the middle, given that I think that was one of the main changes that worked for us in the second half against Arsenal. Just as far as, like, creating enough chances to score goals, for the most part. Candelo's launched it in, and it's, oh my god, it's flicked off of O. Part of me is tempted to just turn off these throw-ins, because I don't like the way they look, personally. I thought they'd fixed it for FM21. That's what I was told, and it just doesn't seem to be the case. You see, I mean, a lot of you would have seen it in the showdown. That's why I wasn't using them up to this point, and I just feel like it doesn't feel like football. Adama, he is a dangerous customer, and Farmer is, loads of space for Adama. Good block. I was going to say good block, but Macania has to make the stop. Henrik again, and it's just coming straight back at us again. 2 players on him here. Elliott's ball through with the, for some reason, Rabonad cross. Cheers, Harvey. Monchu again. Yeah, Leicester City it's a good tackle, but it's gone straight back to him again. Adama. All right, Kang's got it. Can even have knocked this into the pot. No, he can't. Okay, cool. I was kind of hoping he'd be able to knock that down for someone so we could actually start an attack. Adama Traore again, around the side, and it's cleared. And back out for Henriks. There's a goal coming for Leicester very, very soon. You can feel it, unless Farmer gives away another penalty or something. Harvey Elliott. Good block again, and we are just up against the wall right now. I've switched our play to going down the wings because I feel like with that DM that Leicester City have got, it's going to cause us too much problems trying to get through there, and maybe just a little bit... Oh, no! Oh, what a save by Macania again. We are so fortunate to be in front. I mean, that time, at least he actually found the fullback, but it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, hello. Ivanov with the ball over the top. Great first touch from Ivanov! No! Oh, my God, how did that not go in? Great opportunity for us there, and Ivanov has to score. That has to be 2-0. Completely against the run of play there, potentially, but still. And it's headed away. Kang will keep this in. He's got a lot of room to put another ball in. Will he at least do it? It's a poor one. For some reason, the game doesn't consider what just happened to be a shot there from Ivanov, although it clearly was, but whatever. I think that was a much better chance than the game has given him credit for, because that shot was right about here. But regardless, we're extremely fortunate right now. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Completely free guy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I need to have a look at our defending of indirect free kicks as well, because that's actually a lot of the time why the XGs of some teams look a lot better because they get chances like that, and every single one of them is a great opportunity. We've just got so many bodies in the way. Ball whipped in, and it's cleared away again. Colombo bring this out the air. We are so lucky to be in front right now. Out wide from Monchu, ball through, and that's a simple finish with Dwight McNeil. And it's come from a free kick, as I sort of suspected. We're going to have to take a look at those because they just don't line up properly. It's weird. They're with the players, and then all of a sudden, they all just, leave them. Strangely. Great little run from Dwight McNeil. 3 defenders in there, can't get there, and it's 1-1. It's a deserved equaliser for Leicester. Leicester have now moved to the 4-4-2, surprisingly, which we actually played quite well against last time we played them, so we'll see. But that was obviously with a slightly different strategy, but it's going to give us a bit more room. Oh, Ivanov's in! Oh my god, he scored! Leicester 1, Bolton 2. What were they doing? They switched to the very shape that we were absolutely brilliant against them with last time. Look at the Bolton fans. Velizal and Ivanov, who have just moved out to the right-hand side. So much space. Manny Farmer. Was it Farmer? No, it was actually O. Look at the gap that is left here. It's a great finish from Ivanov. It's Leicester City 1, Bolton Wanderers 2. We don't deserve it, but we are in front. And cut out by Farmer. This is better. And suddenly there's gaps. All of a sudden, gaps are opening up. Kim's through now. He could get another shot off here. It's a very poor effort, but yet again, Leicester City are opening up here. In order to get more players forward. Oh, God. All right. Well, that time it's a goal from... I wish we could score goals from corners. Imagine... Remember those? Remember the days where we scored goals from corners? They deserve the equaliser. Like, let's face it. We don't deserve to win this match. It's just so damn frustrating. Like... There's enough players around him, but it's a great header from Mateus Cano. I think we've mugged them off there, quite frankly. But at least actually getting a few of these muggings is nice for us for once, I suppose. I mean, as much as I say that their system change definitely helped us, we created a couple of higher quality chances. And to be fair to them, after their goal, they didn't really offer that much, to be honest. So the changes certainly didn't help them out that much, but they definitely should have had goals before that. And we're very fortunate to get a point. But we've got another point, and it's definitely going to be some pause for thought about what we could do potentially, but you have to be better than giving up this amount of chances. But what I would say is we could definitely just improve some of our indirect free... If we could just improve our set-piece defending, that alone would help. Right, game's off camera, back in a minute. Right then, guys, we are back. You might notice slightly different attire. It's because it's 2 days later. I do apologise for the lateness of this video and being a day late. Essentially what happened was I recorded the first part of this on Monday after the last one, but the last one took so long to record due to all the analysis and trying to fix the tactic that I just ran out of time. But I thought I would do it tomorrow, i.e. yesterday, after stream, but I also had my auntie's funeral in that, and I didn't feel particularly good after that, so I just thought, you know what, we'll take the day, come back today, and hopefully things will be fresh. And they are. We beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Obviously, this was actually on Monday that this part happened. Colombo getting a lovely little ball through around the side for Kang, who has been excellent this season. I think he's already netted more goals than he did in the whole of last year, which is terrific. What a start from that. And then, more lovely stuff here. Driving through the middle, O just holds onto the ball before knocking one around the side, and there was Ivanos to slot that one home. Now, it's only Crystal Palace, for sure, but it's a strong performance with a clean sheet in there and a really, really high XG, which is the main thing. And maybe they could have had a goal themselves as well in there, but the back 3, back 4, back 5 doing a solid job today, and the front 3 doing okay. I've also found a little substitution set up that kind of works, where it's a 4-part change that only involves 1 sub. I can bring it in when Kim isn't really performing particularly well. That's how Ivanov got that goal. I'll explain it to you. I think they might have actually done it in one of the games already, but I'll explain it to you when we get into a match. Next up, though, we hosted Southampton, and again, it was a really strong defensive performance. Candela with the ball over the top. Kim's got a new contract with a £116 million release clause. Now watch this goal. Look at this bit of one-touch stuff on the edge of the box. Pop, 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 pop. Round the side, Kang slots it home, 2-0 Bolton. That's the kind of stuff we used to do, and it's so nice to see. Bolton 2, Southampton 0. Again, the whole back 5 and goalkeeper were absolutely superb. And lastly, we went away to Newcastle at St James's Park. Unfortunately, it was only a 3-3 draw, but still a good performance. First half, bad goalkeeping from McCandy to parry it back into his path. We were crap before half-time. I made one change in the second half, and that was to turn it on to run at defence, just to try that out. Ivanov instantly drove down this right-hand side, whipped the ball across, and there was Kang getting on the end of it again. I think he scored in all 3 off-camera games. What a man. And then, moments later, we turned it around completely. Manny Farmer getting it out on this left-hand side, delivering a lovely little ball, and there was Ivanov on the end of it, 2-1 at St James's Park. We didn't deserve to go in front, if I'm honest, but it was nice to see. But then Newcastle were able to find themselves a goal back. Hoot with the ball there, making it 2-2. A thoroughly deserved equaliser for Newcastle, you'd have to say. But then not long after that, once again, getting the ball out wide, taking people on a little bit, dragging it back across. Colombo gets a bit fortunate with the break, but it comes back to him, 3-2 up at St James's. Very, very nice stuff again. But sadly, later on, it was another goal for Wesley Hoot to make it 3-3. 2 goals on the night for the Newcastle centre-back to make it 3-3. They did have a couple more chances directly after that as well, just to tip the XG way more in their favour. But other than that last little opportunity, it was a very even game for us, and I'm actually pretty pleased with our performance to get another point away from home. A little change that we did actually made a difference in this game. I think it destabilised us a bit at the back, and we lost a bit of possession as a result of it, but it made us way more potent going forward. In the first half, we had basically nothing, as you can see here, as far as XG. I think it was like 0.15, so a definite step in the right direction. And with that, we sit 6th in the Premier League. I mean, we've got 18 points on the board so far. You can't ask for more than that. We're 10th, 10 points clear of the drop zone, which is the most important thing. We're sitting in a really comfortable mid-table position, looking a lot better. I still think our position is a little bit false because some of our performances have not lived up to the Leicester game we should have lost. The Everton game, we probably should have lost that as well. So there's definitely an element of that, and there's going to come a time later in the season for sure where we lose a couple of games that we deserve to win, and we're just going to have to accept that. In other news, the board finally announced the plans for the new stadium. It's taken them about 2 years, but they finally come to me with the plans for it. So, here's the situation. It's going to be called the Sir Nat Lofthouse Stadium, which, for once, the game has actually chosen a somewhat appropriate name for the stadium, I would say. So, again, normally I would change the name of the stadium and get you guys to pick one, but do you think they've actually, do let me know about this as well, do you think they've actually given it a reasonable name for the first time that we won't actually have to change it? Secondly, it's going to be 41,000 capacity. It's going to cost £104 million to build, but they've secured half of that money in sponsorship, £52 million for it, and the rest of it the board seems to be paying themselves, because I have not had any, there's no debts, no loans, no nothing. My finances have not changed. The board seem to be financing this entirely on their own, so that is extremely good. Right then, do I want to change anything? Honestly, no. I actually don't. Even the bench is basically as perfect as it can be at the moment, with the exceptions of a few people. I might bring Lostak in instead of Porteous for the bench for now, but that's really the only change. So just to clarify, the change I've been making with the whole Kim thing is essentially to move Ivanov through to the middle and push Colombo out to the right-hand side, then drop Kang back into the Metsala role and bring on O in the Shadow Striker role. That's essentially what I've been doing, because it just allows us to shuffle players around, because Colombo has performed very, very well in both positions. I'm also looking at a Metsala to potentially bring in January, because I feel like we've strengthened a lot of the deep line playmaker part of our team, but really lacking in that other side of the team that is extremely important to provide those forward runs. So definitely something we're looking at the moment. Right then, Watford, Vicarage Road. Big game. We drew 3-3, I think, with them at Vicarage Road last season. They have won 4 in a row, though, to pull themselves up, I think. So that probably includes cup games too, though. Our form, unbeaten in 6, actually, in all comps, so I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, I'm not expecting much from this game. The Newcastle game definitely gave me hope that away performances could be something we could do this year, but at least our home form has improved. That's an area where we really have stepped it up this season. We're getting wins over teams we should be beating at home this season. And one of the things I can switch on in games where I don't feel like we're being creative enough is weirdly the run at defence thing, because some teams it doesn't work too well against, I think, because you actually can pass through them quite easily, but against some teams they tend to stand off you, and if you run at them it causes them problems. Ivanov's into the box, and Illich! Oh, and a great save there by Beto. They've given him space, and he's just taking his time about it, but that's fine. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. Ivanov's through. Oh, what a strike from Veselin Ivanov. It's Watford 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, and that is an extremely good breakaway. And I think that's the benefit of having a striker that can play out wide, basically, because he can do the job of a winger, but this is unbelievable vision by Kim Min. I thought he was just going to hold this ball up, but the moment he cuts back inside, the space out wide for Ivanov is outrageous, but that is still an absolute thunderbolt. Reminds me a lot of that Lostak goal. I think it was against Bournemouth last season, and we lead at Vicarage Road. Come on. Half time, and it's very, very even so far as XG and whatnot goes, but we've taken our chance so far. It's a question of whether I want to persist with this style or try running them a bit more in the second half, because we're getting less and less of the ball. What kind of difference just turning on run at defence in this second half will make for us? Because I noticed there was a few opportunities where the Watford players were just standing off of us in places, and we've got a lot of good dribblers in this team that could just go through people and win free kicks potentially for us. McCannia going long, but that's actually a nice little pass into the midfield. Here we go. Manny Farmer now driving inside. Oh, there's going to be runs available. One of them is him. Can he slip it around the side? He can, but it's a terrible pass, and there has to be a better ball from Farmer there. There might be a gap opening available over that side as well if we're not careful. If anything, it's actually the other side that it's gone to, but now the space has gone there. Oh, the keeper should have come for that, I feel like. And it's a good finish there from Thomas Amang. I think there was a few little mistakes in communication in the play there. Watford 1, Bolton 1. I think that's a deserved equaliser for Watford, but I think maybe the goalkeeper could have come for that, or there's various other situations here. Like when this ball's played out wide, I feel like there, our defender should be nipping that off of him. It's a great running behind from Amang. Maybe the goalkeeper could come, but I actually don't know at the end of the day. Then again, beating it near post, not exactly ideal from the lad, in fairness. And there we go, we've marked him up this time. Oh, I don't know. We're conceding a lot of goals just from set pieces that are just being saved and blocked, but going in anyway, and it's frustrating, but what can you do? I mean, we're set up, everybody's there. I mean, that's a good ball for Christensen. Is there a last sting in the tail here? And it's cleared away by Watford, and that will surely do it. That was our big chance there. Watford 2, Bolton Wanderers 1. Our first defeat in 6, though, so I'll take that, frankly. And you can see very much that in the second half, we just fell off the pace and just had nothing to offer up until right at the very end. And I think Watford thoroughly deserved the turnaround, to be honest. We just couldn't hold on long enough. And I think they are a better side than their league position would say, and I think we're a slightly worse side than our league position. But still, we're definitely still moving in the right direction, even if today's not a good example of that. I'm still pretty pleased with things overall. Today just wasn't our day. So, it's our first defeat for a while, because we had a win there, draw, win, draw. So we have 4 wins and 2 draws in our last 6 league games. That's actually pretty solid. I'll take that. And bearing in mind, our next 2 games, Derby, who are 19th, and Bournemouth, who are, of course, 9th, but it's at home. Both of these games feel winnable, if you ask me. So, that's what we're going to be doing next episode. We'll probably come back after that and do Norwich, just because Leeds will be way too far up the league. And we'll probably just lose there anyway. Norwich is more of a battle for us, I feel like. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, I know it's been a bit of a long one coming, drop a like. That'd be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. And I will see you guys for the next episode tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.